Hello, my name is Joel Libava, and I'm the Franchise King. Today, I'm going to share with you what it means to be in the weeds as you're looking at different franchise opportunities. First of all, two definitions of in the weeds. Definition number one is what food service workers refer to when they are absolutely slammed with stuff to do right in front of them. For example, when I was working at a very fancy kind of the place to be kind of restaurant in Cleveland many years ago with John and Sue and Leslie and Bill and a few other people, we really had one heck of a thing going. When we were working in this restaurant, it was actually called Bistro des Artistes, and it was in Coventry, the east side of Cleveland. We had a very high-level clientele. I'm talking the movers and shakers of the Cleveland area, and this was more than 30 years ago. But the Bistro des Artistes was really the place to be. And when we got busy, we tended to get busy all at once. It seems like everyone showed up all at once. In my case, Sue and I were partners, and we had a section of the restaurant, and a lot of the people there would usually be people that knew us and liked us, and they asked for us. And when they came in all at once, we got slammed. So we would say to each other, man, we are in the weeds. How do we get out of this? So that is where in the weeds originated from. Definition number one. Definition number two has to do with getting in the weeds when you're looking at franchise opportunities. And what I mean by getting in the weeds is getting just so stuck in the details. For example, when you get the FDD, the franchise disclosure document, which is around 300 pages or so, including the franchise agreement itself, the contract, you tend to get quickly overwhelmed, A, by the amount of words and numbers that are included, and B, the legalese, the stuff that lawyers write that I don't think us commoners are really supposed to understand. If you're like me, you tend to skip over a lot of the stuff and kind of scan, look at the big words, and try to avoid a lot of the small words, even though you know they're important. And if you're like some other people who are very data-driven, it's like you have to see the numbers. You have to go over everything. As a matter of fact, some of you may be so analytical, and it's not a slam, but you may be so analytical that you actually like jump on Excel and create spreadsheets for all the information you're gathering so you can compare it. Sometimes for hours, days, and weeks on end. Here's the opportunity, though, for you to not get in the weeds, because it's easy to get in the weeds if you're data-driven, if you're analytical, because you're going to really like all this information. But you may never end up making a decision on buying a franchise because you're so in the weeds, so you're so stuck. And some people are not only stuck, but they're confused because they've never really read an FDD or looked at earnings claims, the facts and figures that some franchisors choose to disclose about gross sales, profits, etc. Here's the solution. Hire a franchise attorney to help you figure out all the details, because it's going to be really easy for you to get stuck in the FDD, especially if you're looking at 3 or 4 different franchise opportunities. It could literally take months to go through FDDs in 3 or 4 franchises that you're interested in, which means it's easy to get in the weeds and not reach the goal. And what was the goal? To become the owner of a franchise, to be your own boss. So here's today's tip. Try to avoid getting in the weeds by hiring a franchise attorney to help you decipher all the legalese and all the numbers that are in the FDD and are part of the massive sized information package that you get when you're a franchise. Thanks for watching. I'm the Franchise King, Joel Libava.